What's going on, everybody? Well, we're back for another video, and if you have not seen my last video, we actually picked up this really epic tank from PetSmart. And in that video, I showed you how you could take an all-in-one kit like this from a big box store like PetSmart or Petco, and instead of using gravels and plants and decorations like this, using actual stone, driftwood, and live plants to turn this all-in-one kit into something epic. Well, we've got that thing set up, and you can go back and watch that video by clicking this link right up here. But today, we're gonna be focused on stocking this tank. So let's get into this. So we're in PetSmart looking at fish. We're not gonna be buying fish from PetSmart. I'm actually going to be buying them from a local fish store. I just had to order everything that I've decided to go with. But we wanted to talk about some of the things that people recommended. I mean, there were all kinds of recommendations. I mean, tons and tons and tons of comments. I mean, we had everything from African cichlids. Someone even talked about parrot cichlids. Somebody actually recommended angelfish, which anybody that knows me knows that I love angelfish. Red panda barbs were actually a recommendation by somebody. Somebody recommended glowfish, which, you know what? I'm all about the glowfish. If this helps you get into the hobby, buy all the glowfish you want. Gouramis was a recommendation, mollies, platies. We had all kinds of recommendations. But we decided to go with 3 specific species of fish that are going to be going into this tank. So let's go pick these things up. Actually, real quick, while we're here in PetSmart, just know that you can pick up API products in PetSmart. They have all the different API products, which it looks like right now they are actually out of their new Aqua Essential, which is not surprising because it's such a great product. So make sure that you run out to PetSmart, maybe Amazon, many places you can buy API products, and they have some of my favorites right here. Stress Coat Plus, they have the Quick Start. I absolutely live by this Freshwater Master Test Kit, so make sure you go pick up some API products. All right, guys, well, we are back at the house and we have all of the new fish. So like I said, we went ahead and decided to pick up 3 different types of fish for this tank. Well, technically 5 different. Well, one is the same breed, but 3 different colors. And then we have 2 other species of fish. So we have 3 different types. One type has 3 different colors included. So yeah, let's go ahead and get these things unboxed. And then as we're putting these in there, we'll talk about who won our giveaway from the last video. So let's get into this. Real quick, before we get into putting these fish into this tank, what I wanted to do is come out here real quick and show you the backyard pond. Now, it is winter time, or starting to become fall, winter time here in Texas. So all of the leaves are changing and falling, and they're falling into this pond. So I got to clean this thing out. But would you guys like to see a maintenance video on this and us stocking this thing with some new fish? That is a cold water fish or something that can survive year long. What is in here right now are shabunkin goldfish and rosy red minnows, which can absolutely survive all year long in Texas weather in this pond. So I'd love your recommendation on what we could put in here that would survive in the cold weather in Texas. But what we're looking at here now is this frog bit that I'm growing in this pond. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a 5-gallon bucket and we're gonna load this thing up with a bunch of frog bit, because we're actually gonna take this over to somebody's house. Somebody you may know, somebody you may not know. So let's go ahead and load up some of this frog bit into this 5-gallon bucket and get this stuff out of here. So in order for this stuff to continue to propagate and grow, you have to actually get some of it out of here. That's partially why I'm doing what I'm doing right here. All right, well, we got a good bit of this frog bit loaded up in this 5-gallon bucket. So let's go see who we're gonna take it to. All right, we have our frog bit, and we're gonna start by feeding some of this to this little girl right here. Look, she's gonna eat the frog bit. Do you see that? Look.
Is that Jason Bourne? I'm sorry.
Well, this is who we're bringing the frog bit to, because, hey, Steven, get out of here. Don't eat my frog bit. What's wrong with it? Hey, Steven, where can you get this frog bit from? Hey, Chris, you can get this from freshwaterscrub.com. Use the code Brenton for 10% off your plant orders. You made a new pond.
I did make a new pond. It's pretty bougie. You don't have to tell me.
It's really bougie. It's like the Louis Vuitton pond of
that's what I'm saying.
Pond.
This thing is like, this is it. And do you know what we're gonna put in here? A bull shark.
A bull shark.
Yep. Can't wait to see how many people get mad at me for that.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm excited to put this in here though. Dude, this stuff is so sick. Can I just put it in?
Yeah, you can just dump the whole bucket in there if you want.
Oh my, dude, this is gonna look so nice.
Gets a lot of sun here too, so it'll propagate and fill this pond in.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's over. It's game over. The fish in here, thriving. They're gonna thrive.
Yeah,
Dude,
there's no fish in here yet.
Yeah, I know, there's not, but there will be.
Yeah, so where can people find this?
The freshwaterscrub.com.
Yes. So where is it?
The freshwaterscrub.com.
Freshwaterscrub.com. And they can use
.net.
what code?
Which one is it? Brenton. They can use the code Brenton. Spelled with an E-N?
Yeah, just
like my name?
Yeah, just like your name. It'll be on the screen right here.
Brenton. You can use the code Brenton. With an E.
For 10% off.
For 10% off. I want it to all flourish.
It will.
The only other thing I need to do is get more rocks to fill in here, around there. Need to water the grass. We'll be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a little much.
All right, well, it's time to go ahead and get these fish into this tank today. So we're gonna start with a very special fish. I actually used to keep one of these in one of my tanks before. It's a super cool fish, and I'm so glad somebody recommended it. So let's go ahead and start with this one. Once again, we're gonna get all these fish in here, and then we're gonna talk about it afterwards on who won the giveaway. Now these fish have been fully acclimated, completely cup acclimated them. All right, guys, well, let's talk about what each and every one of these fish are. Let's start with this little guy right here. That right there is your standard, typical black molly. I happen to absolutely love black mollies. One of my favorite live bearers outside of guppies, and that's just because they're solid black and they look so cool. They completely lack color. It's almost like they're melanistic. They're so dark. Really love those guys. And then we have some standard marble mollies. These are white and black marble mollies. This one has a little bit of orange in his tail, but that's okay. And then we have these lyretail sunkist mollies. And these things are absolutely epic. I mean, these things just love these bubbles. They're just up in the bubbles, swimming around. Like, that's crazy how they act though. They have been non-stop playing in the bubble since they've been put in here. So those are our 3 colors of molly. So we got mollies, and then this right here is an albino corydora catfish. And we put 4 of these little guys in here, and they will be good at keeping the substrate cleaned up and things like that. And then we have another one right there. There is another one right there. And I don't see the 4th one. He's probably back behind. Actually, there he is right there. So we have 4 of these albino cories in here, which are fantastic. I really love cories. I used to have cories that were albino, and they got huge. They were old. They ended up dying over time, but at one point they were literally as like big as my thumb. They were massive. So we hope that these grow out the same way. And then outside of the cories, we picked up reticulated hillstream loaches. So we've got 3 of these guys. So you want to make sure you keep at least 1 or 3 or more, because they can get aggressive with one another if you only have 2 in the tank, unless they have enough hiding space, enough area to hide, which they definitely do in this tank. But these things are so cool. They'll keep the algae off the glass. They'll keep things out of the substrate. They are algae eaters, but they should not only be fed algae. They need a well-rounded diet. You can feed them things like frozen brine shrimp, and when it floats down to the bottom, they will eat it off of the bottom, and which all of these fish will actually eat frozen brine shrimp. Super cool fish, but they actually really enjoy a really high flow. So the nice thing about this tank is that in the front of this tank, it's not overly high. Like down in this area, if it was a high flow back here, you would see substrate being disrupted and those types of things, and you don't. And in fact, here is one of those little mollies swimming around just fine right here with no issue. You get towards the back of the tank and the flow gets really heavy, which is what these reticulated hillstream loaches like. So this tank is a perfect setup for the, okay, button quail, it's okay. This tank is perfectly set up for these hillstream loaches and to support these corydoras as well as these mollies. So what we need to do now is let's talk about who won. All right, guys, well, if you saw my last video where I scaped this tank, I actually gave you guys an opportunity to win some things. And this giveaway is obviously sponsored by my website, which is freshwaterscrub.com, where you can pick up all of the Christopher Scott merch, as well as all of our live plants. And we have a huge selection of them. You can see some behind me here in the 300 gallon. We have jungle val that's flowing around in here. There's also Amazon swords, things of that nature. Tons of different plants that you can get at freshwaterscrub.com. And if you visit freshwaterscrub.com right now, you will actually get 10% off your order by using the code Vlogmas. And that code is going to work for you until Christmas Day. So make sure you go pick up some live plants, some merchandise, things of that nature. But let's see who won our freshwaterscrub.com giveaway from the last video. I asked you guys to comment different fish ideas that you thought would look good in this tank. And well, I listened to your recommendations, and that's exactly what we're doing today, is stocking this tank with some of your recommendations. Number one, when I built this tank, I knew immediately what I wanted in here was a reticulated hillstream loach. And the reason is because they like very high flow water, and it's hard sometimes to put those fish with other fish because you have to get the flow so high. But this tank makes it perfect because that bubble wall in the back provides plenty of flow for those guys, and it does not affect the flow in the rest of the tank, which means you can put other things in there with them. So it's a perfect setup for hillstream loaches. Fish in Michigan, or fish in Michigan. You can see the comment right here. You are our first winner from this video because you were the very first person to comment hillstream loach. So congratulations. Make sure you reach out to me at my email address, chris@thecsbrand.com. You can find that in the description of every video. If you are under 18, make sure that you have a parent or guardian reach out, and I will give you information on how to claim your prize. Next thing that we put in here were albino cory catfish. Now, nobody actually guessed corydora in general. It was specific cories, and nobody guessed albinos. So we're not giving anything away on the cory catfish. But the mollies, we put 3 different colors of mollies in here. And nobody guessed the specific color strain of these mollies, but there was one person that guessed mollies in multiple colors. And that person was Trista. And you can see Trista's comment right here, and Trista commented that we should put different color mollies in that tank, and that is exactly what we did. So congratulations to you as well, Trista, for winning this giveaway. And make sure that you reach out to me at chris@thecsbrand.com. If you are under the age of 18, make sure a parent or guardian reaches out, and I will give you instructions on how to claim your prize. And once again, thank you so much for participating in this. I'm truly grateful, guys. Don't worry if you didn't win. You're going to get multiple more chances of winning over this Vlogmas series because, well, it's a season of giving, and I like to be nice and give. So make sure you come back and watch the videos because you'll get another opportunity for sure to win something during Vlogmas. With that, let's get back into the video. All right, guys, looking in this tank, these fish are doing really well. Everything looks fantastic in here. I think I want to go ahead and try to feed these guys real quick and just see if we can get them to come out and eat. And of course, we're going to be feeding our very favorite API tropical fish flakes to these guys because, well, API's tropical fish flakes are fantastic. Everybody's eating, which is good. Oh, look at that little hillstream loach. I really like the hillstream loaches. They're so cool. It's like a little alien fish in there, you know? Got that little corydora, little albino cory. Such a cool, great little fish as well. And then of course, all of our mollies. But this tank is looking fantastic. The plants that we have in here, we have some Anubias nanas, quite a few of these Anubias nanas. These Anubias fraseri, which are fantastic plants. Make sure you visit freshwaterscrub.com. Use your code for 10% off. You can pick up an Anubias pack, which comes with an Anubias nana and an Anubias fraseri for only $14. And with that, you plus get 10% off, so that's another $1.40 off, and that's a fantastic deal on 2 Anubias. So make sure that you go check out freshwaterscrub.com and use your code and pick you up things like these Anubias. But this tank looks fantastic. These fish are fantastic. Everything about this thing turned out great. I'm really grateful, guys, for all of the recommendations that you guys gave, because without you, I wouldn't be doing this. So I'm truly grateful, guys. So with that, guys, thank you so very much for all that you do to support the channel. Thank you for watching, commenting, subscribing, all those kinds of things. Make sure you go follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Links to both are in the description, as well as visit freshwaterscrub.com and use your code Vlogmas for 10% off until Christmas Day. And with that, guys, thank you once again. We are so, so grateful. And with that, we will see you on Friday for episode 2 of Vlogmas. I am not going to be putting out an episode every single day. It is just way too much to try to do with everything else that's going on. So every other day, expect a video, and we'll see you on Friday for episode number 2 of Vlogmas. See you next time.